Welcome to Dark Secrets of Hobart Town Hall, circa 1864 to 1866. I'm Ron Christie, Deputy Lord Mayor of Hobart. Let's go inside and take a look. Yeah, thanks, Alex. All right. Okay, we're entering the reception area of the Hobart Town Hall. I'll just get rid of this hat. I don't believe that. Do you?
That actually happened.
Did you get it? It's on. Have a look.
I got it.
It's on. Can you believe that? Anyway, let's come inside. Let's take a look. Here we are in the reception room. And all our dignitaries that arrive here, and we've had many over the years, ambassadors, queens, kings, this is where they come in. Now, before I start, I'd just like to recognise the true custodians of the land, the Muhanina people, and with great respect to the elders, both yesterday and present. This is the reception room. On the walls there you'll see the names of many soldiers during the First World War that fought here. They fought in the war. Of course, these are soldiers from Hobart and many family names here. Now, just to quickly let you know, our cameraman is Alex. G'day, say hello, Alex. Yep, and who's our producer?
That's you, Ron.
Right, who's our director?
I think that's you too, Ron.
Makeup?
You don't need makeup,
No, what about you though? You don't know that. Anyway, we're going to give you a quick tour of the Hobart Town Hall. As I said, it was built in 1864. That's when they started work, 1864, the convicts of Hobart. And it took 2 years to build at a cost of £20,000. That's 20,000 English pound. Now, that equates to around about $40,000 Australian today, but it's worth a lot more than that today. I do many tours of the Town Hall with the Lord Mayor. We welcome the cruise ships that come in, and we invite them to come on tours as well as the schools. And it's a pretty exciting little journey. So tonight, or today, you're going to see, tonight we'll say, because it is dark, you're going to see some very interesting rooms that the public don't normally see. Okay? First of all, let's go into the Lord Mayor's chambers. He has given me permission to go in there, so let's take a peek at it right now. This is the Lord Mayor's first reception room, okay? I'll tell you a little bit about the Town Hall after we're in here. You in here, Lord Mayor? He's not working after hours. Good. Okay, this is the Lord Mayor's first reception room. Now, when all the dignitaries arrive, this is where they come. Ambassadors, Princess Mary, Alex, Princess Mary, and what's the prince's name? Prince, real good-looking one. Come on, everyone should know this. I'll think of it in a minute. And also Princess Anne. Look, there's the Queen. She's been here twice. I think that was in 1968. Or 65, but the Queen and Duke have been here. I had the pleasure of meeting them. When the dignitaries come in here, they sign this book. And that book, that goes back to 1866. There's actually 2 books, but all the signatures in that would fascinate you. The names of ambassadors, ship's captains, American ship captains, the whole lot, they're all in there. So this is where they come. Now, what happened is as I mentioned to you, the Town Hall was built in 1864, took 2 years to build. Hold on, Alex, I've just got to pick up this bit of paper here, mate. And it was a competition held prior to 1864, and a young guy by the name of Henry Hunter, 18 years of age he was, entered the competition. Our forefathers said, let the community decide a design for their Hobart Town Hall. He won the competition, Henry Hunter, and he designed the building on the Palazzo Farnese. Now that's the Palazzo Farnese. That is a palace in Rome built in 1534. So if you notice the similarity, okay, the windows, the doors, and you're going to see it. See these doors? All the doors in the Town Hall are quite large. And the reason for that is because that's what they're like in the Palazzo Farnese, the palace. That's what Palazzo is, palace in Rome. So you'll notice as we go through the building, all the doors are quite large. Now, it was built by convicts, the Town Hall, but you've got to remember too, that the transportation of convicts to Hobart stopped in around about 1857, okay? But there were still convicts here. There were still convicts that had to serve their time. And all the convicts that lived in Hobart, only 6% were ever jailed. All the rest were free men, providing they worked and carried out the duties in, as it was known then, Hobarton. Hobarton, then Hobart Town, and then of course Hobart, named after Lord Hobart, who never came here, but Lord Hobart was the Secretary for the State of Wars, and the Napoleonic Wars between the French and the English was taking place at the same time. So what they did, they decided to claim Hobart as a settlement, as a penal colony in 1803, before the French got it, Now, in 1803, Hobart was found up the river near the Bowen Bridge, right? That was the first settlement in 1803. But what happened after that? That was by Lieutenant Bowen, his name was. That's why we call it the Bowen Bridge. And then a year later, Lieutenant Governor Collins arrived on a vessel called the Albion with the Lady Nelson, and he had a look and said, no, this is no good. This is where the settlement's got to be. He came around the corner and found this spot here. Now, outside where we were, we walked over the front door there. That's where the first government house was, because Collins set up a tent in that vicinity. Right? The first landing, of course, was where the Dunn Street car park is. And, of course, they landed near Hunter Island, Hunter Street. Came across Dunn Street car park, set up camp there. The Lieutenant Governor, Collins, set up his tent on the steps here. That was the first government house. And, of course, the first Sunday school was conducted on the 21st of February, 1804 by Nopwood, the Reverend Nopwood, who travelled with Collins over at Franklin Square. And the army barracks were set up across Macquarie Street where the ANZ Bank is. Now, you've got to remember that Macquarie Street was full of trees, and that's why this was the best location for Hobarton, or Hobart Town, because it had water coming off Mount Wellington, down the rivulet, which is still there today. It had trees, had everything you needed, and the Derwent River was full of whales. Full of whales. It was one of the biggest whale colonies in the Southern Hemisphere. Then they fished it out. But that's what they survived on, whale blubber and whale oil to light things like the town hall, okay? Electricity didn't come on until about 1900 and something, 7, 10 or whatever. But I'm going to take this coat off. Alex, is that all right? Get a bit hot in here. Take this coat off and then we'll move on. The Lord Mayor's given us permission to... I'll just throw that over there. The Lord Mayor's given us permission to go into his private chambers. I brought a torch just in case we need it. So let's go in. Oh, now, by the way, over here, Alex, over here is a terracotta warrior from Xi'an. Now, that's the poem of the terracotta warriors, of course, and a remarkable, this was delivered to the town hall just recently. Can you see that? My torch is not working. Oh, there it is. Look at this. Now, that's the actual size of the terracotta warriors, and it weighs 130 kilos. Xi'an, the city Xi'an, would like to have a sister-city relationship with us, and we're talking to them. And there's quite a few, actually, that would like to, including Fuzhou. Now, Fuzhou is the capital of the Fujian province. And the Fujian province was governed by Xi Jinping, who is now the president of China. So that would be, and we have a sister city-state relationship with Fujian province. So Fuzhou would be an interesting sister city also. But we'll see what develops. China's taken a great interest in Tasmania, and particularly Hobart. Now, let's go into the Lord Mayor's chambers. These are his private chambers, okay? And you'll notice as we go through here, the width of this doorway here, and it's hollow. Can you see this? It's hollow.